Thank you for coming today. The Middletown Board of Education, along with the full support from our administrative group, the Teachers Association, and parent organizations.
Dr. Mike.
I'll restart. All right. Thank you for coming today. The Middletown Board of Education, along with the full support from our school administrative group, the teachers and parents organizations, is calling on Governor Cuomo and the New York State Legislature to end the educational madness in New York State and take immediate action to end the failed implementation of Common Core and the New York State testing programs. These programs have failed and have made this great state of ours, let me start again. These failed programs have made the great state of New York a national embarrassment, and which have also prostrated our instructional personnel and environments to a point that educational progress in New York State is regressing and not progressing. Year after year, our children deal with New York State exams that are flawed and problematic, yet we continue to pay millions to Pearson to develop these examinations, and the same education department that we are concerned about here in New York State, their representatives find excuses each year why this trend of incompetence should continue. Parents and educators are not listened to by the Commissioner of Education. He drives a larger wedge every year on a continual basis between the constituencies and the Education Department, and he refers to anyone who disagrees with him as providing misinformation, and emphatically stating that regardless of the significant problems with Common Core and the testing program implementations, he will not deter and he will move forward. Although Commissioner King may wish that New York's parents, teachers, and administrators and boards of education were lemmings, the fact of the matter is we are not. And we will not follow him off his venture with his friends, the capital friends that he has that are millionaires and billionaires that are supplementing his program. We will not follow him or that group off the educational cliff in New York State. We will, though, continue to point out the commissioners and the commissioners' program's flaws and failures. But the real question is, how long does this have to last? And can one construe, and it has been said, that the failed process that has been implemented in New York State by the Education Department is both unprofessional and, when it comes to students taking assessments, somewhat abusive to our students. We, before you, parents, teachers, administrators, and members of the Middletown School District Board of Education are begging, we are begging Governor Cuomo and the New York State Legislature to end the educational madness in New York State through immediate legislative action to reset what started as a good thing for our students and is now at a point of confusion, failure, and harassment. Last week, the Middletown Board of Education unanimously passed a resolution to stop the educational madness in New York State. In addition to the recommendations in that resolution, we stand before you today and beg once again the governor and the legislature to bring an immediate end to the rollout of the New York State Common Core and testing program until appropriate and significant in-service, resources, and practice opportunities are provided to our schools and their staff. All of these activities that we've just suggested are necessary to actually teach the new Common Core standards and are clearly activities that should have happened before any assessments were administered to our children. I'll end my statement by asking a simple question. Would you let a pilot fly a plane full of people before you gave that pilot the necessary instruction, necessary resources, and the time to practice before flying that plane full of individuals? I would dare say that everyone that hears that question would say no, absolutely not. It's too dangerous. Then why is it okay to subject our children and our professional educators to something that we know is wrong, clearly inappropriate, and tearing our educational system apart? It is because of this simple rationality that we are at the state of having to beg the governor and the New York State legislators to end the educational madness in New York State. We may be one single school at this time, but I am confident what we're saying today resonates across the state with a very broad constituency made up similar to what stands before you today. Teachers, parents, boards of education, administrators. It's time to stop this madness, and we're asking the legislature to step in and get it done.